Hello and welcome to the Skills for Africa Personal Transformation Training Program. This is the most important part of any of the training programs that we offer because it establishes a foundation, it changes you, it changes the person, it creates a new approach to life, to leadership. So it's about creating leaders, it's creating experts. So let's go. First question we have to ask is, where are you with your life? Are you in the lead? Are you winning? Are you having success? In order to answer that question, you need to start off the process of understanding yourself. Where there's no self-awareness, there is no success. People must know themselves, and you must know your strengths and weaknesses. Now, the first thing you have to do is, wherever you are, whether it's workshop, whether it's at home, ask yourself these questions and meditate on them. You can change yourself if you understand yourself. So what motivates you? What kind of work are you after? What makes you excited? What kind of job would make you fulfilled? What kind of work, conversely, would you stay away from? In what? Right, so this is about you. Part one is your learning and development, and the basis of that learning and development is what you know about yourself. Self-awareness will be explored. You've started to do that and will continue, because we always do this every day. We explore ourselves and try to improve. Secondly, leadership and change. You will both lead people, manage situations, and help bring about positive change wherever you are. So you ask yourself the question, are you able to lead people into change, or do you just go with the flow, go with the tide? Time is for you to lead. Thirdly, ask yourself, are you intelligent? Think about your self-improvement, because you can do better, you can now develop yourself. Also, adopt reflective practice and critical thinking. These two combined are very powerful. Now, the overall personal transformation program, whether it's for managers, teachers or nurses, is the same, because the transformation process is the same. Phase one is about change within. It's developing your mental and emotional intelligence. So we summarize it by saying self-renewal, which includes self-awareness, self-development and self-actualization. We're going to explain those things. Secondly, personal power. This is remarkable when you get to know what is your motivation, that you can choose, that you can use universal principles, and that you can develop your intelligence. It's mind-boggling, and you will become more capable and more powerful as a person. Phase two are those advanced professional skills that you're going to need, because you're going to be global in terms of your expertise. Skills development includes soft skills, what we call HR, human resources, and interpersonal skills. That's about communicating with people, influencing people, and being a good people's person. Functional skills are to do with those things that help you to function in life, whether it's information, technology, language, or communication skills. Then we go on to advanced skills and personal growth. In the first personal transformation, we'll touch upon leadership and management. So this is total transformation for success. Phase one is self-renewal. Let's say that it's getting to know yourself and your full potential. Change within. Say it with me. Change within. Phase 1A is unleashing the 3 secret S's of success, and they really are powerful. Phase 1B is about obtaining. Now, the ultimate goal is to go beyond success. You're moving from personal ineptitude down there, where there are no skills, you're not communicating well, you're not winning in life, to personal effectiveness, where you start to do things very well. You are effective as a person. You can communicate well, you have technical skills, and you're a leader. But we aim you to go beyond that, to go to personal greatness, where you assist others. The key to great leadership is helping others. You see the picture there of the person holding someone's hand, and they're going up the ladder together to personal greatness. That's what you're going to do. You are going to lead many people to greatness, and this program is going to start things off. Beyond success. So elaborating upon that, you may have PI, what we call personal ineptitude. You don't have a voice. People are not listening to you. You are a broken person. You may act as though you're fine, but inside you're not feeling good. You don't have confidence. In other words, you are insignificant. No more. You will move on to PE, personal effectiveness. You will have a voice. People will listen to you. People admire you. You are a complete person, not broken, and you have personal significance. Now, in line with God's will, and of course what we believe Israelite principles of success, you can lead others to find their voice and have abundance. You will be at the top of whatever you do. We talked about personal ineptitude. It's particularly characterized by the fact that you can't communicate well with people. People don't listen to you. There's no influence, and you have no clear purpose in life. If you were at the workshop, our personal transformation program, we'll be asking you, what is your vision? What is your mission? What are your goals in life? And you won't be able to answer. And this is critical, because without a vision you will perish, as the Bible says. And you also have no understanding of self, and you have lack of confidence. So, quickly, we'll help you develop interpersonal skills. Those are skills you use to influence people, to relate to people. Wherever you go, people will admire you because you communicate well. You are effective in carrying out responsibilities. You're good with communications with people. You're competent in business and work, and you also are IT proficient. You're good at managing time and organizing yourself. You are effective. But you need to develop more. You need to move on. Let's just quickly go through those things that we call the secret 3 S's of success. This is based upon worldwide research. S1, self-awareness. S2, self-development, what we also call CPPD, which is continuous, personal and professional development. S3, self-actualization. What do those mean? We'll explain. Phase 1, change within. What are your natural tendencies? What do you know about yourself? You must relate to your natural tendencies and be at ease with them. Okay? This is self-awareness. Without knowing yourself, you cannot get on and move in life. You should have a clear perception of your personality, your strengths, weaknesses, thoughts, beliefs, motivation, and emotions. Now, this all means that you should explore yourself, ask others about yourself, get feedback, keep thinking and praying, meditating on who you are. Secondly, how can you develop and succeed? This is the second S, self-development. Self-development is about planning your development, understanding where you are now, deciding where you want to be, and then making the changes and adjustments necessary to get there. Planning your life. Welcome to success. When we talk about personal development, it covers the areas of your personal life, how you communicate, how you relate to people, not just your work life, but how you are in your social and domestic and family life. Your educational capabilities, we need to actualize them, develop them further. If you have academic skills, academic knowledge I should say, you need to convert that educational area into skills. And then your career, of course. Where are you going? You plan your career. You plan where you will be step by step. Okay? And this illustrates it in a bit further detail. The way you develop yourself will be based upon how you learn. And using your mind. We all have different styles of learning. Some people like to do things. Some people like to listen. But most people like to do a combination of seeing and hearing. And so we all have our different ways of learning. You should find your own and use that to develop yourself, considering the educational area, your professional learning and work-related learning. Okay? There's something here on the left-hand side. We talk about self-efficacy. That means that you believe you have the power to achieve self-actualization. A step further, that you are there, you are self-fulfilled, you are moving on, you know who you are, you know where you're going. Okay? And also, we must package you well, based upon your thoughts, your aspirations, and the new skills that you've got. You will rewrite your CV so that wherever you send it, people will be impressed. Personal development planning involves some concepts to do with yourself. Experiential learning as a start means that you will learn by practice. You try doing something, you learn from it, and you change and improve. You regulate how you learn. You no longer depend on people like me or academics. You use your self-efficacy, your personal power. And then you base your life upon you, getting to know yourself and getting to know others. Finally, you are autonomous. You regulate your changes in life. It's all down. You set objectives. Without objectives, you cannot move on. And those objectives must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Okay? You just can't put down a generalized objective. Make it as key target, something that you can achieve and you can measure. And it's achievable. Some people in one of my programs said, I want to be the best businesswoman in Africa. I want to be the president of Nigeria. Make sure it's achievable and realistic, okay? Now, the idea of this is to change a weakness into a strength, setting precise objectives so that we can work on you and develop you, okay? This cycle here, how to plan your development, shows you how step by step you can do this and improve and develop yourself. You won't even need me, you won't need academics. You do a self-evaluation. Ask yourself, where am I now? Then secondly, set your targets. Where do I want to be? Move on and make a plan for actions. How will I get there? Then get on and do it. Action and practice. After you've practiced, you've taken action, you reflect. How well did I do? Then you can improve. And it's a complete cycle for personal development. And you keep this as a record. We have an individual development plan which you must complete, and that becomes the targets. It becomes a contract between us and you. It's your own contract for achievement, and it will be achieved. The target and philosophy of self-development means that you are not going to learn in the old school traditional way. You're going to think and act global. That means you think positively. You think in line with the best worldwide practices. Your actions are global. You are not slow. You learn things fast. Skills transfer and accelerated training means you'll pick up things very, very quickly. Like the leopard here, you're lean and mean. You are hungry for skills. You will achieve, you will constantly look at ways of going from where you are to achieve mastery. Let's just reflect and work on targets that we will be the very best. Tag, think and act global. That's the philosophy, and it's your way of life. Now, a lot of people, as I mentioned earlier, don't know where they're going, and they don't know what their destiny is. And we believe that without a vision, it's very, very clear, if you don't have a vision and a mission, which is a way to complete your vision, to achieve your vision, and you don't even know what your personal feelings are in relation to your ambition, you can't get on. So we help you to focus and visualize on your VMA, your vision, mission and ambition. This involves a lot of exploration, discussion with others, so that you can move to self-actualization. That's the big target. Self-actualization means that you are fulfilled. Some of us, including me when I was very young, I tried to be who I was not. I was wearing a mask, trying to act like an upper class, highly educated person when I came from a poor background. I should have been proud of myself and the way God made me. And you too. Are you being yourself? You must unmask and be yourself. Love yourself the way you are. Because, you see, the research has shown that when you have self-fulfillment, when you're happy with yourself and you know who you are, the physical performance of your brain changes from very poor to optimal. And that means your brain works faster and better. Without knowing yourself, what the psychologists call reversal of type, you're trying to be who you are not. And this leads to exhaustion and ill health. So let's change. When you are influenced to be who you are not, you can even develop mental illness. A cure can successfully be sought only in the development of that individual's natural way. So who are you? What is your natural way? What is your destiny? Your personality? Let's all stop trying to be who we are not, because our brain can perform. Instead of storming and causing exhaustion, let's go to performing. Carl Jung was the big psychologist. You can do Google search and see all of his research. One of the greatest psychologists of all time. Now, to release your true potential, there are two possibilities based upon how you think and feel about yourself. The first is poor, below optimal thinking, SOT, being and thinking unnaturally, what you are not. But you're going to move to OT, which is optimal thinking, being at ease with yourself and using your natural tendencies. So you're already changing. You must realize that you have choices. You can adapt for success or remain in failure. In red, if you are SOT, you from time to time can get exhausted. You're not dependable. You have low self-efficacy. You get exhausted at times. Physically, your brain is overheating and using up 100 times more energy than it needs. Using any of your brain's 3 non-preferred modes requires it to burn 100 times the energy every minute you use it to think. Whereas, if you move to being at ease with yourself, to having optimal thinking, your brain will use 100th of the energy. It performs much better. The flow of blood is better. The flow of communications with your brain is good, effortless. You become dependable. You can achieve things without too much effort. You have personal power, high self-efficacy, and you're thriving in this life. That's where God wants to be. So this is based upon worldwide research by a number of experts. Catherine Bensinger, you can have a look at this on the internet if you want to explore more. Arlene Taylor, and of course Carl Jung. These are the scientists and psychologists who have discovered how important it is. Studies were done all over the world of around 2 million persons. So I challenge you now. Discover your strengths, identify your talents, build those talents into strengths and enjoy consistent, near perfect performance. From now on, you take off your mask. You're going to be who God wants you to be and who you should be. you will achieve. Right there you will find yourself. This is what we call Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It starts off at the bottom with physical needs. Some people are there, they're only day-to-day meeting their physical needs. Then we're talking about safety needs, security, having shelter, belonging needs, being part of a group, esteem needs, loving ourselves, having higher self-esteem. Then at the top of the pyramid, we are fulfilled, we are self-actualized, okay? That's where you need to be, so that your brain is not red hot, but it's blue. You do it with someone or reflecting with yourself. You'll ask yourself, how can I develop and succeed? You should achieve success capability. Great, well that completes the first part of personal transformation. The transformation has started. You're going to carry on to great achievement. This ends the formal part of the training on this transformation, part 1, but you should complete an assignment. Write a reflective report on how you will adapt your practice, your life, whatever you do, whatever you have learned, putting the 3 S's into action. And when we see you next, we want to know what you'll say. Well done. Thank you. You are blessed.